Warning, the following cinematic is a massive spoiler for the 6.1 Legendary Quest Chain. Watch at your own risk, and hey, stick around afterwards to hear my thoughts on the whole thing.
How dare you show your face here, Warlock? You promised conquest, Grommash, yet brought these clans to ruin. Your men have died for nothing. My soldiers died with honor. Did they? And what about your son? Garrosh, my son. You have lost everything. There is only one choice. Drink and fulfill your destiny. Your poison would damn us all! Your iron will is legend. I will enjoy breaking you. Who will be the first to accept this gift? Power such as mine for any willing to serve. Kilrog. You have seen your fate. You know what must be done. Kilrog! Yes. I will build a new horde. I will forge you into an unstoppable weapon. You will be the scourge of 100 worlds. The might of a legion.
Oh, you guys, that might have been literally the best thing I have ever seen in World of Warcraft. I am not exaggerating. I know I said I was on a YouTube hiatus, but I did say I'd come back if something really awesome came out. I consider this really, really awesome. This is what I've wanted from Warlords of Draenor the entire time. It was so good. It was so good. And not just because Gul'dan is my favorite character. I'm sure that's a part of it, but when I was watching it, I got all of the lore tinglies that I used to get all the time when I played World of Warcraft, that I kind of lost at the very end of Siege of Orgrimmar, and that I have not had in Warlords of Draenor. And I just wish, I'm so sad that the rest of Warlords of Draenor thus far has not been up to this level. There's not, I mean, it was fantastic. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. I guess I could answer a couple of questions that I have seen people already talking about. One is how or why would Grom believe Gul'dan telling him Garrosh was his son? If you guys read the short story Hellscream, which explains when Kairaz and Garrosh get to Draenor, and then Kairaz, spoiler alert, gets killed by Garrosh, and then Garrosh goes and meets his dad in this alternate universe. Grom never knew that Garrosh was his son, but he knew that Garrosh was very important for some reason. Remember, if you've read it, and if you haven't, I'm also spoiling some of it, so I would suggest pausing this, going and reading it, and come back. But Garrosh ends up showing Grom the vision of Time Shard, a glass he has, and Grom has all of the visions of what the orcs go through in our universe, but he is interrupted before he finds out about, his death and redemption, and he never learns about his son, so he doesn't know that Garrosh was his son until now, and I feel like they did a great job at just showing how just tragic Grom was in that moment. granted, a criticism could be they've kind of hand-waved all of the explanation about alternate universes and stuff like that in a very short amount of time. That's happened. We're not going to change it. I'm still upset about how stupid it is, but there's no point dwelling on it any longer. I liked that scene a lot. I liked seeing Grom's face, how dejected he was. I liked how defiant he was to still, even after having lost everything, he's losing the war, the Iron Horde's fracturing, and the quest right before this, the Bleeding Hollow and Kilrogg are said to be pulling away from the Iron Horde. They're kind of like leaving, or they're planning to leave. He's losing. Garrosh has died. He just finds out it was his son that died. In the face of all of that, Grom still stands up and tells Gul'dan he will not drink the demon blood. And I think that's a great moment for that character who really hasn't gotten much this expansion. As for Gul'dan, he's my boy. He's my warlock. He's my favorite character of all time. I just pretty much love every single moment in this cinematic that he has. I like how he just effortlessly just throws Grom against the wall and like keeps him chained up there. One of the things I've kind of felt is we haven't seen Gul'dan's power being exemplified in Warlords of Draenor. Because remember, or if you didn't know, here you go. Gul'dan is the most powerful mortal warlock in all of Warcraft's lore. There's no other mortal more powerful than him. Granted, people like Kil'jaeden and Sargeras are more powerful, but they're immortal. So he is super powerful, and I think that was just a little hint how just effortlessly he just shoos the leader of the Iron Horde away with like no rhyme or reason. He's just kind of like ha, and he's gone. So I don't know what I think they're gonna do. There's still another question to be raised: is how does Gul'dan know all of this? This is brought up earlier in the Legendary Quest chain, where Gul'dan is talking to Khadgar in a vision, and he says, I have heard of you. I think he says human or wizard, whatever he says. So he's getting information about our universe from somewhere, and people are saying it's Wrathion, and I don't think it's Wrathion. It doesn't make sense for it to be Wrathion. Wrathion may do things that are, hostile to our world, to the Horde and the Alliance at least, but he does want to save Azeroth, and he wants to save it from the Burning Legion. The only group he probably would never work with are the Burning Legion, and probably the Old Gods, but it can't be him. It doesn't make sense. I don't know who it could be. It's got to be somebody. He's getting information from somebody. I don't know. I assume we're going to find out. Because I still don't think Gul'dan's going to die in this expansion. I think he's going to be the connecting character to the next expansion, just like Garrosh and Kairos were from MoP to Warlords. But, yeah, I think it's interesting that Kil'jaeden Deadeye, of all people, is someone who is going to join up with Gul'dan now. Because there was some confusion, and I was tweeting about this, about what Kil'jaeden's role was going to be. There was a sound file where he was kind of seemingly challenging Gul'dan by saying, show me what you've got. I guess that has a new perspective now, because we now see that Kil'jaeden, without really saying much, just flat out joins Gul'dan. And I think it's because he realizes, and like I mentioned earlier, the Iron Horde's falling apart. They're already losing everywhere. They only have Tanaan Jungle left. The Horde and the Alliance, the Frost Wolves and the Draenei, they've beaten them everywhere. Blackrock Foundry's gone, Blackhand's dead, High Maul has been destroyed, Imperator Margok is dead. But there still leaves a lot of unanswered questions that I don't know. I'm trying not to be negative in this because I love the cinematic, but I'm trying to think of this as a whole storyline connecting issue. And, the quest at the end, once you see the cinematic, you get the next quest, which basically says, wait to 6.2. The way the quest is worded very much seems like 6.2 is the end. Guys, like the end of the expansion, the end of the story. So unless there's some gigantic story twist, which I don't see them coming up with in Warlords, we're almost done. So I predict what's going to happen is 6.2 is going to drop, Tanaan Jungle is going to open up, but there will not be a new raid yet. The new raid is going to come on 6.3 or 6.4, depending on how they're going to put it out there. But I do think that Tenan Jungle is going to come out before the actual raid is launched. We're going to get this whole storyline of Tenan Jungle about how Kilrog Deadeye is, you know, he's with the with Gul'dan now. It's not the Iron Horde anymore. I guess it's the Orcish Horde. Are they just going to call it the Orcish Horde? I'll call it that. It's the Orcish Horde now. You know, under command of Gul'dan, and they're all drinking Fellblood. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it really exemplifies something that Medivh said way back in Warcraft 3. And I don't have the quote with me, but it's basically, the gist of it is, things throughout time may alternate, may differ slightly, small key things may be changed, but in the end, time ends up remaining the same, or mostly the same. The end result is pretty much the same across all timelines and all universes, and I will say I was one of the people who said this was a possibility that would happen. That in the end, Draenor's fate in this universe ends up mirroring Draenor's fate in our universe. And you know what? I think it would be amazing if Blizzard ended Warlords of Draenor with Draenor exploding and going through the exact same thing that happened in our universe because of Ner'zhul, but because of Gul'dan in this universe. I think it'd be ballsy. I think it'd be really cool that they would top off the expansion with that. Do I think they will? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. But that's pretty much it. That's my thoughts on this trailer, you guys. Or this cinematic, at least. Let me know what you thought about anything that I said here in the comments below. You know, I'm still on hiatus. I just wanted to make this video about this thing because, you guys, I watched it and I got like this childlike wonder of the story back in my heart, at least for a little while. I still have it right now. In the video while it's being made, it's still there, but it'll probably be gone by tomorrow. But I thought it was amazing. Like I said, I will go on record saying the best thing I've ever seen, cinematics-wise, in-game cinematics-wise at least, from World of Warcraft ever. And I've played since vanilla. Best cinematic ever in the game thus far. And if there's one thing I can't criticize Warlords for, it's, my god, they have some fucking great in-game cinematics, and this one is the best. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you whenever I see you. The hiatus is still happening, so probably won't be for a while unless you follow me on Twitter, which is always in the comments below, or in the information box below. I'm always talking about something. So, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys at some point on the internet. Thanks for watching. Farewell.